All right, I'm going to focus on looking at responding to the prompt and creating an introduction for an informative piece. I've noticed a lot of the students I've been working with struggle to respond to the prompt, and I've used examples as if I am talking about the Charger football game this past Sunday, and I asked them, what was your favorite scene or play from the Charger game on Sunday? An example could be, I really enjoyed seeing the way Phillip Rivers had completions. I really enjoyed seeing how Phillip Rivers had completions. However, I usually get responses that are out there in left field where it would be, I enjoyed the Charger game, but I enjoyed the Raider game more. Well, where did I ask about the Raider game? And being a Charger fan, I would never ask about a Raider game. But regardless of that, the point is to teach these kids to stay focused and to respond to the prompt. In other words, in layman's terms, just respond to the question. Do you understand the words that the question is asking? And if you do, answer the question. So I'm going to continue to use this as an example because I continually see a struggle in this. I'm going to model, and hopefully this video can be used as an example to create an introduction. So I'm going to go ahead and bold my prompt, which reads, describe the basic structure of an atom, their charges and their positions. Be sure to discuss both the benefits and dangers of atomic particles. Now, we were teaching our kids to create a hook, and there's various hooks, but one of my favorite ways of creating a hook is trying to find a quote. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to use trusty Google as a search engine, not as a resource, because it's not. So I'm going to look for atoms, and I'm going to look for the father of atoms, Albert Einstein. And look at already has quotes right there. I'm going to go ahead and try to find a quote from Albert Einstein. Now, here's the key part, is that the quote, I can't just pull any quote up. I can't just say you have to learn the rules of the game and then you have to play better than anyone else. Albert Einstein. What does that have to do with an atom, its charges, its positions, the benefits, dangers of atomic particles? I have to find a quote that has to talk about something in here. So let me go ahead and look for it. And this is an authentic way of looking for it. From yesterday, that has nothing to do with atoms. Look deep into nature, has kind of, because atoms are made of a lot of things. Insanity is the one a lot of people say, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Don't worry about your difficulties in mathematics. I can assure you mine are greater. Nothing here. Let's continue on. Matters of truth and justice. Everyone should respect as an individual. I'm not so smart. It's just I stay long with problems longer. Alright, it's kind of a struggle to look at that, so I'm going to look for another one. Albert Einstein, atom, quotes. Let me look something specific for atoms. Ooh, look at this one. Let me go. It talks about World War II, which is important. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. Look at this next one. The release of atom power has changed everything except our way of thinking. The solution to this problem lies in the heart of mankind. If only I had known, I should have become a watchmaker. Wow. I like this one because it specifically talks about an atom. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this. In a different lesson, you will learn how to cite where you got this resource from. Because technically, this is not a credible site. I would prefer to probably read it from someone that knew Albert Einstein or had a connection. But for time's sake and because I'm looking for an article, all right, I had to readjust it and make everything bigger so you guys can see. And I'm going to use this quote, and I'm going to start off with, Albert Einstein once said, comma, the release of atom power has changed everything except our way of thinking. The solution to this problem lies in the heart of mankind. If only I had known, I should have become a watchmaker. Perfect. I have my reader's attention with Albert Einstein and knowing that there's something powerful about atoms, because atom power has changed everything. What do you mean by everything? What I mean by everything is everything. So, now let's continue on and then find a way to include this writing piece, this writing prompt, I should say, in the rest of this introduction. Describe the basic structure of an atom, their charges, and their positions. Let me focus on that sentence first. All right. The release of an atom power has changed everything except our way of thinking. The solution to this problem lies in the heart of mankind. If only I had known, I should have become a watchmaker. How about if I start off with Albert or just Mr. Einstein recognized the power within a single atom. But before he could understand its power, he had to know the structure, the charges, and the positions of an atom. Do you see how I combined this? Mr. Einstein recognized the power within a single atom. This key word right here, though, but before he could understand its power, he had to know the structure, the charges, and the positions of atom, or of an atom. His understanding went from knowing and remember, I'm going to focus now on my second sentence. Be sure to discuss both the benefits and dangers of atomic particles. His understanding went from knowing the benefits and the dangers of atomic particles. Focusing specifically on that, now I just need to add that linking sentence at the end. How am I going to introduce the rest of this to my reader? Let me read it one more time to myself out loud. Albert Einstein once said, the reason of atom power... Let me repeat that one more time. Albert Einstein once said, the release of atom power has changed everything except our way of thinking. The solution to this problem lies in the heart of mankind. If only I had known, I should have been a watchmaker. That right there is already powerful in itself. Mr. Einstein recognized the power within a single atom, but before he could understand its power, he had to know the structure, the charges, and the positions of an atom. His understanding went from knowing the benefits and the dangers of atomic particles. That itself could use some revision later on, but for this point and for this purpose right now, and for not having a friend proofread it or give me suggestions or dialoguing with my classmates, I'm going to leave it as is. But I want you to look at this. Where in here do you see the word I? The only time you're allowed to see it within an informative is within the quote, because it's from Albert Einstein. If only I had known, I should have become. But that has nothing to do with this part right here that I had to write myself. Mr. Einstein recognized the power within a single atom. But before he could understand its power, he had to know the structure, the charges, and the positions of an atom. His understanding went from knowing the benefits and the dangers of atomic particles. Did I include the prompt in here? Structure of an atom, charges, positions, benefits, and dangers. That, ladies and gentlemen, is my introduction, and in reality, it's not really a first paragraph until I indent it. So, there you go. I hope this helps some of you guys when it comes to writing your introductions. Now, understand this. Later on, when I have to write my conclusion, I'm going to want to include Mr. Einstein in there and a rephrasing of this introduction. We'll work on that more later on, but hopefully this helped you guys. All right.